Hi there, this is Roger Pine from Holistiplan. I'm here with my dear friend, Debbie Taylor. She is mere minutes away from her final episode of the 2023 season of what we call the Debbie Taylor Masterclass. And Debbie, first of all, I really want to thank you for a fantastic year. We're about to talk about 2024, season two. But before that, again, thank you so much. I'd be interested in hearing like what you learned. I don't know. As we reach the end of the year, what do you think? How did it go?
Yeah, I mean, so look, it's been an amazing experiment. A year ago, when we put this thing together, I don't think any of us had any idea how amazing it would be, the reception we'd get from the
Totally.
audience. I mean, Holistiplan has, as far as I'm concerned, changed the entire financial advice industry. And it just showed, Holistiplan's ability to innovate and commit to its audience, right? That much more. And so, what I learned, though, personally, is how amazing this community is, how eager this community is to learn
Yeah.
and to share ideas, and how important practice management is to this community. And so that's been somewhat like serendipitous this year as we went along. And what's exciting is how we're going to build on that next year.
Yeah, totally. You know, that we've had literal thousands of people on each one of your sessions. And these are financial advisors. When you think about, let's say that, a session might have 2,000 people on it, and those advisors serve 50 clients. You're talking about 100,000 clients represented by the attendees on that. And that's leaving alone. We also know there's pretty good people hitting the recorded sessions after the fact. So like literal maybe hundreds of thousands of end clients are impacted by this series. So I really appreciate the work you put into that. And I'm sure you get this, but whenever they let me out of my little cave to talk to people at conferences and stuff, like again and again, they're like, the Debbie Taylor series is amazing. They want it to come back. I'll tell you the one thing that kind of surprised me, and then we'll talk about 2024 real quick, which is we kind of anticipated this, but I don't think to the extent that it happened was this was Chris Field's idea, but in addition to the slides with every one of your sessions, we asked you for give us some kind of deliverable or takeaway or a thing that's beyond just the theoretical. Give us a thing we can hold in our hands. And that's been really successful. What we've learned though is in every single one of your sessions, even when you would make an offhand comment like, yeah, typically I'll send an email whenever this happens. And then 400 people will email in to us, hey, I want a copy of Debbie's email. Like, give us copies of that. It's so true what you said about the practice management side of what we do. Like, Holistiplan is a tool, but we need to build the craftsmen who surround that tool. And like, you've done an excellent job of bringing that to people. And we've just learned how hungry people are for great content in that area. And then also give us examples, tools, so we can bring it back to the practical into our current companies, these advisors. So thank you for helping us kind of build that idea. And yeah, I mean, segue, I mean, that's really what we're looking to do in 2024. We're going to do more. Season two of Debbie Taylor is going to happen. We're going to still do 12 monthly sessions with her. Content is still working on that. The writer's room is still busy with the whiteboard working on that. And I think we're going to really, even more so, try to lean into the idea of what are tangible things, deliverables, email templates, whatever, it'll kind of depend on the content of the session. But what are things we can put in the hands of advisors to immediately act on what they learned from Debbie in the session? Of course, using Holistiplan at the center of it, but also these other things that surround Holistiplan, the infrastructure you build to be a great advisor. So Debbie, I'm pumped about it. I don't know about you. You ready for 2024?
I am so excited. I think this community, the energy, and just Holistiplan, like you're saying, leaning in, we're going to deliver bigger and better in 2024 with what we've learned from 2023 and building on 23.
Right.
So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you described it well. Like this was really an experiment, 2023, and and like to have it do as well as it did, I think is a fantastic indication of what we can do in the future. So thank you so much, Debbie. 2024 is going to be great, but in the meantime, break a leg because I know you've got a session in a few minutes here.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right. See y'all next year, everybody.
Bye, everybody.